Very good evening, friends. Thank you so much for joining this special webinar at 5 p.m. So we warmly welcome you to Franchise India webinar, which is a $5 trillion industry. And Franchise India is very proud and very glad to offer a business opportunity, which is very unique and highly rewarding with world's largest franchise development company, franchise advisory company, Franchise India. So today's webinar is not only in India, it is live in multi countries also because we are looking forward for professionals who can join Franchise India as a business partner in not only in India and different parts of the world as well. Franchise India is a trusted advisory platform. Uh, how to start your own business platform and independent franchise consultant who is becoming our partner is a specialist. How to start your own business specialist. So I'll just simplify you what business we do, what are we into. So our business is very simple. So we're working with investors at one side, and we are also working with businesses on other side. So we match make. So we understand requirement of the investor, what is the right fitment, what is the requirement from the investor side in terms of the investment to market fitment to experience, and then we match. So we bring in that opportunity, which is really making sense and making understanding with the investor because it's a very, very responsive decision, very, very responsibility on Franchise India because this is a lifetime decision for any investor to invest in any of the brand. Other side, we are working with businesses and brands. We help them scaling their business. We help them to take to new markets, to find the match, find the franchisees for them, because they are also looking forward to expand their business. So expansion through franchising is becoming the viable business model for these business owners, brands also, because this is wherein they get local ownership, local player who can bring in local knowledge and also the local ownership as well. A third business, what we are in, we call it as resale. So we help in exit. We help in finding a new buyer for any existing business owner or finding a investor for a existing franchise owner. Because we are doing this, because we have very, very largest network in the world, which is we called as franchise network, because that's why we are also using a byline that nobody in the world sells more business than us, because today we are more than 100 cities present in India. We are also in 19 countries in today's time. So at Franchise India, we are having three companies. So I'll give you a little understanding on that part also. In India, we do 200 events, not only in metros, we go to tier 2, tier 3 cities, 4 cities as well. And that's why we are being known as Franchise India in India. Any business which we do out of India, because we also help Indian brands to go global. And we are also looking forward for global brands to get them enter into India. So that is our Fran Global company, which is market entry for global brands and serve international arm of our business. Third, we are also having Francorp. Francorp is world's largest consulting company, so it's based in USA. Same company who build business model and for the global giants, global big companies which are international companies like McD, KFC, and other companies also. So 19 years back, we acquired this company for India and Asia. Now, any business who is looking to enter into franchising, Francorp would play a vital role to get them ready for franchise. It's all the documentation and getting them ready for franchising. So franchising the journey, we started in 1998 actually, and 1999 we started our operations. And then we started franchiseindia.com, so our online website. Then we have also magazine, Franchising World in Franchise Business, and we also have Retailer as a retail magazine, and we also run Entrepreneur magazine in India and Asia. Then we also have Franchise India exhibitions, which we are doing it on national level. So today's webinar is an opportunity for, rather it's an invitation for few who are looking forward to start consulting as a practice. But for that, you need to have some kind of understanding of consulting because it's not for everyone. If you have any consulting background, you can definitely be a part of Franchise India. If you are also looking forward to career change and you are looking completely career change, but you have time, because we will give you full understanding about our business model. It is return on involvement model, return on intelligence model. When we are saying return on intelligence, would mean that there's a knowledge. It's a knowledge-based business. It's a knowledge-based, advisory. So would mean that someone who is having time, this is first criteria. Second, you need to build your own brand, own yourself as a brand. Would mean that your knowledge, which we will give you, we will train you, but provided you are involved into this business. So that's where in Franchise India will help you to build yourself as a brand. That would mean that there's a complete understanding on the business, which we are giving you training on every day. For that, we need your involvement into this business. So the return on involvement would mean that you are involved, so you can also scale your business accordingly. You can also structure your what you want to earn out of this. So in this webinar, we will discuss largely three things. One, we will talk about franchising the journey so far. If you have come to this webinar, you're also expecting us to let you know about us, who we are, and then we also simultaneously look forward to understand who have joined us today in this webinar. What is your profile? What is your experience? And we will also have some questions in the Q&A box. We request everyone to use the Q&A box, make this interactive, and so that we have understanding about who has joined us today and what's your profile look like. Second, we will talk about franchising overall as an industry, how franchising is growing in India and how impactful this industry is. And third, we'll talk about the business model of today's webinar, which is how independent franchise consultant work, what is the role and responsibility from both sides. And we'll also talk about our today's financial model, how you can earn money out of this, how you can grow with Franchise India. And fourth, we will also talk about overall journey of Franchise India. So today in this webinar, we have Q&A box. We will request everyone who have joined us today, please do not raise your hand. There's a Q&A box which you can use. It's at the bottom of your screen. Use the Q&A box. In the meantime, you can share with any question, any query which you have. Plus, we'll also share some questions in your chat box. So you can use option or in maybe different options and use in the Q&A box so that we will be knowing who have joined us today. So today you will see we have got our team on the panel. So I'll introduce you along with me. I have our regional teams also, and plus we have management of Franchise India, because we are very, very serious about this business opportunity, as it's an invitation from Franchise India for few to become partners with Franchise India. That's why we all are there together to get you full understanding about us, about our structure, and about the support which we are providing. My name is Sanjay. I'm CEO Director of Franchise India. Along with me, I have Akhil, who has joined me from corporate office. Then we have Anurag, who has joined us from Kolkata. Then we have Ravi, who has joined us from Ahmedabad. Then we have Shakti, he joined us from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. Shiju has joined us from Kerala. Then Manish has joined from Bangalore. And along with us, we also have joined our Managing Director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. And we have also joined our Group Chairman and Founder of Franchise India Group, Mr. Gaurav Maria. So before we proceed further, I'll invite our Chairman, sir, to put the perspective to this webinar and welcome you once again to this webinar. What is it?
Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome friends, and welcome to this very, very special webinar, and also to become a part of the world's largest franchise consultant community. We're very proud at Franchise India, Fran Global and FranCop. We have three different brand names. Franchise India is known in India, Fran Global runs in 19 countries, and FranCop is an American company which we acquired. So friends, between these three companies, we are world's largest franchise solution company. We're very proud that we are an Indian multinational which is available in these 19 countries. We are also very proud that we have done over 800 market entries. So a lot of brands, global brands you see around in India, they all have been brought by us. We are also extremely proud that 18,000 companies we have advised and helped them to get into franchise. So let me explain what as a group we do. So we are a platform. It has three different parts. First part is helping people who want to start a business. You want to buy a franchise, you want to buy a master franchise, area franchise, or you want to acquire a running business, any kind of business you want to buy, you can come to our offices, meet our consultants and buy any business. And when I say consultants, our big community of independent franchise consultants. Then second thing is we help companies and businesses grow through franchising. So I'll give you a lot of examples where we have helped companies which were very small at one point in time. Look at a company like Lenskart. Lenskart was just an online company, never had any exposure in franchising. They never had stores. Now is a multi-billion-dollar company. Came to Franchise India. We built their franchise model and took them to market, and they became a successful franchise company. And I can give you hundreds and hundreds of examples of these companies. These can be part of large corporations, it can be mid-size, and it can be also a lot of startups. And the third part of our business is business resale, where anyone who's running a business doesn't want to continue and want to sell the business. We value the business and take it to the market because we have a very large ecosystem of investors. We help that business to sell. So, friend, this is a very unique proposition. There is nobody in the world which has these three components of helping people who want to start a business. What is the size of opportunity? Almost every home has somebody who wants to start a business. So you are addressing a very large target group. Second, helping businesses scale through franchise. From Tatas to Reliance to any large corporations to a small startup. It can be a small tea shop startup who wants to really scale. They all need help, and we do that. We help them in terms of getting into franchise and then acquiring franchise. And the third, we also help them to exit the business. So this is a very, very interesting proposition. This webinar is about invitation to people who as a result work as a franchise consultant, build their practice to all do all three. And we'll talk about a little more on the business model, how it works. But before that, I'll pass it on to Sonia. She comes with a 20 years experience in building business brokerage in India. And she will give you overview about our journey as Franchise India, and a little bit about franchising, how big the industry is and marketplaces. And then I'll take on and give you understanding about how this business model works. And then subsequently, Sanjay would run a full presentation on how this whole journey as a consultant takes on. Over to you, Sonia.
Thank you so much. And friends, a very good evening to all of you. My request to all of you would be to make this webinar interactive. Any questions that you have, I'll request all of you to write that in the Q&A box, and we'll also take that up. So quickly, friends, we'll talk about the industry at large, and we've already given you introduction about what we do as a company, but maybe a few more minutes for me to explain exactly what you do, what we do at Franchise India. And perhaps that will help you to understand the overall industry and the work and the business model, which will also help you to find your own, fitment of kind of the work that we do. So once again, I would say this is a webinar which has been curated and we'll be inviting only by selection like-minded entrepreneurs to evaluate a potential partnership with Franchise India at two levels. One is at an independent franchise consultant where you run and your own practice, individual practice. And the second opportunity as a firm partner where you run and operate a Franchise India office in your city exclusively. But with respect to the firm partnership, we have very few cities which are currently available, as most of the cities we've already appointed a branch and a firm. So we can speak to you one-to-one, and when we ask you questions, perhaps you can write that and we would know your interest for a firm. So it's a serious partnership opportunity, and our approach at Franchise India is also to look at this with long-term intent and responsibility and commitment from both sides. So friends, very quickly on Franchise India, I think what you've heard so far, we have created at large a very big ecosystem around franchising. And this is how we have also built our overall business very consciously in a very structured way, which serves as a solution to everything that centers around franchising. So as a company, we are a start your own business specialist, and that has been the foundation of our company, Franchise India. And entrepreneurship is something that everyone at Franchise India drives every single day. So ever since we started in 1999, we started with one single mindset that we wanted to work with aspirational entrepreneurs who wanted to start the business. And that's where our journey began, where we started working with entrepreneurs on one side, and equally because these entrepreneurs were looking at stable opportunities, time-tested opportunities. So on the other side, our company also had a very big, I would say, responsibility of building this ecosystem where we were bringing a lot of new companies into franchising. So the initiative also for us to start, I would say, our independent franchise consultant program was also to work with entrepreneurs like yourself who become partners with Franchise India, who have the skill to drive entrepreneurship and also work with us And today, our community of IFC partners is becoming big. And today we have 97 cities, which are largely represented by IFC partners. And this growth is driven by expanding market size and scale of business opportunity, which continues to grow at a very high pace, I would say. And the strong belief that we believe at Franchise India, if we have to truly capture this opportunity, we all need a more wider distribution, a deeper distribution, which can only be enabled through our entrepreneurship program. So on the business overall, so one is our Start Your Own business platform, where we work with entrepreneurs to help them invest in active businesses. These active businesses are run by operators who put their time, also make investment and run these businesses. And these businesses are different to, I would say, passive businesses, which are investments like stock, property, etc. So anyone in India who wants to start a business is the community opportunity we all have been servicing last, I would say, 28 years. But this demand has become very, very big. What we saw maybe 2.5 decades back to what we see today. And all these years, in totality, we have in fact worked with 10 million investors, where the average investment of somebody who wants to make an investment is upwards of, I would say, 45, 50 odd lakhs. And so 10 million is a very big number. And we work with the entire community of investors, from a retail investor to a HNI to ultra HNI, family offices, royal families, from a single unit franchise opportunity to also bringing more than 800 global brands to Indian market. And second is where we work with companies to help them become franchise ready. And that's where FranCorp, which is again a global and #1 pioneer in franchise consulting, is the company which has been acquired by Franchise India, which is proud to have worked with all the names in the industry, from Reliance fashion brands, all their fashion portfolio, to 3M, to Google, to Lenskart. These are all the brands where FranCorp actually worked with them to create a business model, including a very popular brand, which is Ferns and Petals. So we work with brands from startups to corporates to enterprise to make them ready to get into franchising, creating their business model, SOPs, marketing communication and agreement. So that is what we do with companies. And third, as a company, we also, because we understand the depth of the market at Franchise India, we also are proud owners of close to now 70 international master franchise brands from across 20 markets across the globe, where we own the right of these brands in markets like India, subcontinent, and also Middle East. So let us understand what this opportunity is all about. And I'm sure you all must have studied about franchising or might have been to some of the platforms of our business. So franchising is a global success story. It is also considered as a very big catalyst for entrepreneurship and also a powerful wealth creation engine for entrepreneurs, which has been to existence for more than 100 years now. So overall, the industry size is $5 trillion industry, and this is what it contributes to the overall world economy. So everything that is being consumed by us comes from a franchise business, whether these are products that we consume, or which is a fashion brand, footwear, furniture, jewelry brands, optical brands, or even service businesses like the hotels, hospitals, restaurants, logistics services, quick commerce services like Zepto, Blinkit, diagnostic services like Dr. Lal Path and Metropolis. So these are all companies which are today expanding and have been expanding through franchising, including even the education spectrum from preschools to K-12 schools. So India today is the second largest franchise economy in the world, and I think everybody in India should be very proud of it. But having said that, we are also at a very important phase today. We are at a tipping point where all the mature corporates, brands, and equally franchise partners, entrepreneurs are coming forward to collaborate in this very large industry, which today in India contributes close to about 4% to our GDP. And the size of the industry today is about $180 billion, which is also increasing every year. The last 10 years, we saw an increment of almost 4x, but the next 10 years now should be almost, I would say, 10x of what we have seen the last 10 years. As more responsible companies, entrepreneurs will collaborate together for this growth. And consumption is at the core of franchising. And it is here where India's real wealth creation is also happening. So let us also understand how this demand is increasing and what is actually driving this demand. So like I said, consumption is the core of franchising. And India is a 3.2 trillion consumption economy, which is projected to be nearly double in the next 4 years by 2030. And franchising is directly proportionate to consumption, which means as our consumption increases and it becomes more branded, where we consume more brands in terms of services and products, franchising will also proportionately increase. And the second trend that we are seeing is a big trend of premiumization and globalization, where Indian consumers are trading up, which is also creating massive demand for global brands and quality experience. So, friend, this is where we are today, and our current presence is there in 97 cities. But because the demand for franchising, the demand for entrepreneurship in India is very deep, and there are more people today who are looking to become entrepreneurs than has been in the history of entrepreneurship. We're looking at like-minded people who can join us as partners and believe in the vision of democratization of entrepreneurship, like everyone at Franchise India does. So I'll quickly give back to Mr. Marya. We'll talk about the overall business model. And before that, we'll also ask you some questions to help us understand your city, your profile, where you come from. And that will help us to identify who ideally is our fitment here. So I'll give it back to him. Over to you.
So, friends, I'll ask your profile. So, every member who's joined in, please share your profile. So, if you're a professional, write P. If you are a business owner, write B. And if you are a management consultant or doing any kind of consulting or counseling or business coaching or any kind of experience, write MC. And if you are in a career change, which means that now you're looking for a new career, write C. Four choices, which Sanjay has also written on the chat. P for professionals, B for business owners, MC for management consultant, and C for career change. And also write your city, and if you want to even if further explain your profession. Why it is so important? Because we really want to know who's joined this webinar and how your fitment is with being a consultant with Franchise India. And I will take your name if you write your entire thing. So I will welcome you personally. Just go and write on the Q&A box, please. Share your profile on the Q&A box when we are able to understand where are you coming from.
And I hope you can see. We'll request all of you because we really want to know what cities you come from, what your experience is, and how that resonates with us. So I'll encourage all of you to please go ahead and write. We see some of you already started to write, but request everyone who has joined in to please go ahead and pick up an option and then write that down.
So Neha, as you can see, Neha has joined. Neha is a professional. Milind has joined. He's looking at a career change. Milind, it would be good if you write your city, because as Sonia said, we are looking for very few cities now because we have a large presence already. And we were particularly looking for some cities where we want to appoint. So Neha is from Raipur. Raipur, we are just opening up our branch. So, but we are open for having an independent franchise consultant. Sanjeev is looking for a career shift now. Welcome, Sanjeev. Write your city also. Shihab is not written his what he's doing. Kamal is for a professional from Delhi, and then we have Benz Thomas, who's a professional and a business owner from Kerala. And then we have Milind Paul, who's from Kolkata. Milind, you can talk to Anurag. We have office in Kolkata. But there's a market we really want to develop. And why the market is so important? Because it's not creating too many jobs. A lot of people like the city and they want to stay in city. They are looking for different opportunities, very well qualified people. And then we have Mohan, who's from Chennai. Mohan, you can talk to Saktivel. Saktivel is our leader for Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So he represents large region. And he has 20 plus years of experience. Somebody asked that age should not be a bar. Rather, more you are experienced, more it benefits in your consulting career because you can bring more to the table than anybody else. And then we have Praveen, who's from Rajkot, again, a market which we're very keen. We have office in Surat. We have office in Ahmedabad. We are very keen on Baroda and Rajkot. These are two markets we want to do. Then we have Stanley, who's come from Chennai. Sunil, who's from Delhi, and he's looking for a change. Sunil, we are headquartered in Delhi. So you will be most welcome to come down to our office and see our infrastructure, meet Sanjay Bhatt, who's the CEO. And Shashi, again from He's an MBA student. Too early for Shashi for you, while we hire a lot of management trainees from other business schools. But I don't know, would this be a right decision for you? Sunrayan is from Coimbatore, again a great market, very keen on that market. Then we have Mr. Basu, and then we have Vikram, who's from Noida. Vikram is a professional, 18 plus years of experience. Vikram, again, for professionals, I will say it's a difficult decision that you want to now jump into becoming a consultant. So first thing you have to, as a professional, think that would this career give me a replacement value of what you are earning today? And answer is yes, it does that, but it is a big decision. Rajesh is a management consultant from Siliguri. Very, very keen, Rajesh, because why I particularly say management consultant, because you understand what we do. And especially if you have done some consulting experience, this is a huge value add, and it will take this to the very, very next level, especially in Siliguri, because I've been to Siliguri many times. This is a great market. But again, no jobs, not so many large businesses. So a lot of small businesses, and a lot of people want to get into small businesses. It's a big feeder market also. So very keen on that. So then we have Mohan Patra, who's from Bhubaneswar, again a management consultant, very keen on that. Then we have Ashish, who's from West Bengal. A lot of people from East India have joined, again from Siliguri. So Siliguri, we cannot do too many. So we have to be selective of who we want to do that, because in our business, we provide all the leads. And I'll talk about that in a while. Then we have Mr. Mishra, who's again a professional from Kolkata. And then we have Mr. Kadam from Pune. Pune, we have office in Kharadi, a very big market for franchising. Pune and Bangalore are the top markets in franchising. Sanjeev Kumar is from Mohali. Mohali, we are doing a show on 29th. We have office in Mohali, we have office in Chandigarh, but we are very actively looking at new IFCs. Again, a great market, particularly Mohali is a very, very big market, because in last 7-8 years, there's a lot of infra growth. So almost everywhere you see retail, showrooms, and a lot of these been created, and they need businesses. And that's exactly what we do. We bring businesses to this infrastructure. So there is a lot of infrastructure growth, but they lack businesses. And that's what we need. We need more cafes, more gyms, more restaurants, more salons, more beauty parlors, or whatever concepts are, the clinics. So all that we provide, because we represent so many brands. And then we have Sunny, who's from Bhopal. I'll quickly do that because I have to rush for another meeting. Then Mahesh is from Kerala. Kamal Khurana is from Germany. We actually do a show in Germany also. It's called Franchise Germany. And then Ravi Joshi is from Bhopal, again a management consultant. And Wahida is a chart accountant and a professional management consultant in Chennai. Very keen to talk to you, Wahida, also, and because that profile fits in beautifully, because essentially as a management consultant, we advise people to choose the right business, but you're being a chartered accountant complements, because you understand numbers. You can also do a lot of other value addition to the same profile. So friends, we as a company have sold more businesses than anybody else, and we are very proud of it. And when I say this is globally. Globally, there's no company who sold more businesses than us. We have a tagline says, nobody sells more business than Franchise India. We have sold lakhs and lakhs of businesses. A lot of people run their businesses because of Franchise India, and they've taken our advice, and we've advised them. So I will use the same principle when I will advise you to take a choice of becoming a consultant with us. So if I was in your place, I would go through these 8 points, and you need to honestly go through the 8 points to really make that decision, that is this the right opportunity for you. First, understand the industry. Is the industry growing? Answer is franchising is one of the fastest growing industries. And why? Because on one side, almost every company wants to scale, and they want to scale capital light, and they want to build the brand very fast. So franchising becomes very attractive. Look at an example of Zodio, Tata-based company, Tata Group company. They have all the money, but they use franchising as the route to do. And today they are the largest fashion retailer in the country. Only in 6 years they were able to scale to 700 stores. Look at Blinkit, look at Zepto. All these fast growth companies have background of franchising behind that. And I see this would continue to happen. This would continue to happen because these brands and businesses want to scale fast, and India is a complex market. Franchising fits in beautifully. And it moves from very, very micro businesses to large businesses. Marriott has just announced that they want to add 10,000 rooms. So they want to add 10,000 rooms, which means that there are five-star hotels would be added in India. So all this growth is coming through franchising, right? So that's one part of the growth. The second part, which I'm more excited about, is the entrepreneurial growth. People want to run their own businesses, and this is a serious change. Everybody wants to run their own businesses. So this, because of this, there is a high demand for people to buy franchisees. And why I say this, because 60% of all business buyers in this country have never done business. So they find starting their own business as a riskier option versus buying a franchise. So they all prefer buying a franchise, right? So that also becomes a big opportunity. And third is the consumer. Consumer sees franchise as more reliable because you are talking to a brand. So imagine I was running a fried chicken company by my name. Nobody is going to come to me, but when it's KFC, everybody trusts that. So brand becomes the trust. So because of these three factors, the entrepreneurial demand, the consumer shifting towards branded products and branded services, and the companies looking to scale very fast, franchising is going to grow in this country. This is fast growing market because franchise is also directly proportionate to consumption. Because India is all about consumption, we have the largest population which is becoming richer. So franchising has a great future in a market like India. We are already a second largest market with about 18,000 franchise brands active. And Franchise India alone gets over 100,000 investors applying every single month who are looking to buy a franchise. So that's the first part you need to really go through. The second part is the brand you're tying with. Say you join Franchise India, Fran Global, or Frankop. You're joining the world's largest and the most experienced company. Frankop was started in 1976, which is the oldest consulting firm which we acquired. And Franchise India started in 1999, which is the oldest franchise firm company in India. So combination of these two creates the largest and the oldest franchise consulting firm in the world. Right. So it brings in a huge amount of assurance for people to trust the brand. We would have spent over 500 crores through our shows, through our events, through our media, through our magazines. So much we have done to create that education and ecosystem which you can benefit from. You can benefit from this ecosystem and the brand name. When you go to anybody and say, I'm part of Franchise India, people know you well. And if you have people in your circle in business, ask them. Most probably, if they are in business, they would 100% know us. Even if they are not business or they were thinking of some time in buying a business, they would know Franchise India. Just from COVID, when COVID started, 24th March, we started our webinars. In just from there, we have done 10,000 over webinars, which have been attended by millions of people across India. And we've done it in English language, vernaculars, languages, and so on and so forth. Now, the third point is the business model. Understand the business model well. So we represent a lot of brands. These brands are exclusive with us. So we represent brands from even Reliance or Tatas or Zeptos and Batas and likes of them. And these companies outsource their franchise development to Franchise India. And Franchise India then goes and represents these to potential investors who are looking to buy these franchises. So when you go to Instagram or Facebook or any other places, when you see the franchise ads, they're all coming from Franchise India. So we raising a lot of leads, which actually come to you. All these leads are pre-qualified, and you get those leads. You also come to our events, which is every month, about 20 events, where we have pre-qualified investors coming in. Everybody has to pay to enter that entire thing. So what you have to do, you have the leads and you have the brands, you need to bring them together. And you make money from both sides. I'll give you an example. Say if you are representing a particular brand, say a fashion brand, and you made one franchise deal. So you make good money and as high as 3-4 lakh rupees from the brand owned, and then you will get another 2-3 lakh rupees from investors, right? So it's a very good money on single transaction, and a good IFC partner can do 3 to 4 transactions a month, and sometimes a mature or with vintage you can do even more. And if you become a firm, which means that you take a firm in a particular city, then you can have employees under you and you have exclusivity to run that. So imagine like somebody's taken a firm license in Lucknow. In a city of Lucknow, it's easy to do 100 transactions in a year. 100 transactions would translate into 3 to 4 crores of business. And when Sanjay would give you how we share, this is a very, very serious business. So in the cities where we are looking for branches, it can be very, very serious business. We call the firm license, and under you, the IFCs also come in that cities. And Sanjay would be happy to share some cities which we are at this stage very keen, because we have closed most of the cities. So financial model is also very interesting. The fourth part is the financial model, how you make your earnings and how it is going to be sustainable. How you're going to make sure that even if you are an employee or a consultant, how you ensure that you are making, and I don't approve any consultant unless and until I see value that they are able to make at least 2-3 lakh rupees a month. Because if you don't have a potential to make that kind of money, or your city doesn't have that potential, we don't approve that. So we only need consultants who are looking at upward of anything from 2 to 3 lakh rupees to maybe 20 lakh rupees a month or 30 lakh rupees a month. So that's the kind of a bandwidth which we look at. Now, the fifth point is what kind of sport you will get. And any business you buy, you're buying from a brand, you need to have sport. So in sport, we call the MOST, M-O-S-T. M stands for mentoring. You need a lot of mentoring. Just now, I got delayed for this webinar because I was attending a meeting which Sanjay fixed with one of our IFC members, and that meeting got extended. And so that kind of work we do. I personally do 20 meetings, and I can tell you today, half of my meetings I'm doing with my IFC partners. And these they have a prospect, they bring it to a certain level. And obviously, with my experience of almost 3 decades, I will bring value addition to that discussion. And we help them to do that. Sanjay does all the time, Sonia does all the time, and my leaders also all the time are working with. So we work as a kind of a mentor with you to guide you through this whole journey of becoming a franchise consultant. O stands for opportunities. We give you all the opportunities. So the day you start, after 3 days of training, the fourth day, you are representing 500 to 1,000 brands which you have in your. So imagine somebody from Siliguri goes to the market and says, look, I'm the one who can give you 500 of these opportunities. You don't have to go out. Since morning, somebody has been trying to reach me from Imphal. He wants a Royal Enfield dealership. And he is happy to pay any kind of money because he wants to do that. I know how difficult it is for people in those cities to find opportunities. And access to all these opportunities is not available. So you become somebody we call start your own business specialist. You will become the specialist to help people start their own business. How powerful this as idea is. So that is the opportunity. S stands for sport. You need a lot of sport, a lot of back-end sport. Sometimes when you're just a consultant, you need sport from lead generation, marketing, other things, a lot of training, a lot of knowledge. All that piece is also very important. We provide you all that sport, even your collection of your money. We have a separate department sitting with Sanjay's office, which actually does work for collecting your money, which you have actually done the transactions. We collect the money and send it to you. And last is training. We have a big focus on training. Training is heart of our business. So we do 3 days residential training when you start the program, and then we do a lot of training after that. So friends, that I come down to this, my seventh point, which is who can qualify. Not everybody can qualify to become an independent franchise consultant because it's not for everyone. That's why I particularly asked your profile, and I appreciated people who are coming from management consulting background because they know how consulting it is. It is a demanding business. It needs your time. It needs your time because it's a return on time business. More time you put, more returns you get. So I don't like people who are very busy in whatever they're doing and like professionals. They think they can become, but they are too busy in their jobs, so they cannot become this. So ask yourself, do you have time? Are you passionate about consulting? Are you passionate about networking? Are you passionate about daily learning because you need to learn different business models? If the answer is yes, and be honest to yourself, then maybe consulting advisory business would be good for you. And last is you need to know success stories, right? You don't want to jump into things which you don't know. So you're free to talk to any of my IFC partners. I have 175 globally in 19 countries. Talk to anybody. And they will give you the feedback, or our teams can organize some of the discussions. Once you have done this whole cycle of 8 points in order and you still feel that you are super excited about doing it, then talk to our team. They would organize meeting with me over the next 3 days. I'll put up a slots for qualified candidates, and we'll ask each other questions. And if we feel genuinely that you are the right candidate, then we'll love to welcome you to our Franchise India family. So, friends, I have to take a leave because I have to rush for another meeting as I'm traveling. So, I'll pass it on to Sanjay to take a detailed presentation. Bear with us another 15 minutes. You'll get an overview on that. And then our respective teams in different regions can be in touch with you. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. So, friends, we will give you some understanding about the business model, how it works. So, our presentation would be giving you full understanding on this. So, first, we are talking about franchising. So, we'll give you another understanding about the franchising when you are looking forward to start a business. Either you can start your own brand, which is very, very difficult, not easy for everyone. It takes years and years and a lot of money also to do R&D and years of experience. It's not becoming possible opportunity for everyone. So then the second option, which is viable, is that you can become the part of and partner with any established or proven business which is there in the market, which is very successful. That's what franchising is all about. So anything we consume today is coming from franchise company, and it's growing. It is $5 trillion industry as of now. So when we say category-wise, sector-wise, industry-wise, today all the categories, all the industries are now looking forward for growth and they want to expand their business. Franchising becomes the viable model for them. Even technology-based companies, which are maintenance-based companies, which are direct-to-home services, it can be a product, it can be service what we use, pathology service, pathology, this service if we use is also coming from a franchise company. If you are using today, even some cleaning or repairing work at home is also coming from some sort of franchise companies. Uh, Education to fashion, healthcare, F&B, these are all big industries wherein big categories in franchising because all, if you see the franchising is happening in these categories largely, but now we have got other categories also which are evolving as a new concept in franchise. Pet care is absolutely something which is new and now coming into franchise business because now you see a lot of people who are having a pet at home. So would mean that you also need a service center nearby, you need a spa nearby, you need a products which you use for your pets. It should be next door neighbor. So that would mean that there's a franchising has given that edge to our work and it is impacting our life every single day starting from morning till evening. If you just throw light on what you are doing, what you are consuming, what you are, using as a service, as a product, you will see everything is coming from the franchise company. So every category has got today has evolved as franchise concepts. Even there are a lot of business models to it, because if we have somebody who is want to only invest, there's a different model for them. Somebody who is looking to operate and want to be involved in that business, there's a different model for that. So rightly from a bakery shop to preschool to salons to JW Marriott kind of a hotels to three-star budget hotels, or it can be a five-star budget hotel, is also franchise. So now we have got, again, we have got buyers also. We are looking, having a people who are looking to have different kind of, business opportunities in different kind of categories today. Even agro is growing. People are asking for agro businesses, agro franchise. Auto means two-wheelers and EV is also now growing and entering into new markets. And then charging stations are also looking forward for franchise. And then if you see in health and wellness, also is becoming the very, very large. Especially after the COVID time, people are well aware and they are very conscious about the health. And now there are some, not only the gyms has been now new come into franchising, and now we have got a lot of salons also, which is in beauty, and then healthcare. A lot of other brands businesses also coming into franchise. So when we are talking about what we are going to do this, a consultant who has a perfect knowledge, it's a market knowledge. So we help you to build yourself as a brand. We'll give you knowledge about the industry, about the market. And then once you are having the complete understanding about this, and you know how to meet the investors, how to check the requirement, what investor do have, And that's where we build ourselves as a brand. Every day there's a knowledge seminar, there's a webinars which we do, there's a product knowledge which we get. And the role is very clear of a consultant. That means when you work with any investor, you have to first understand the requirement and then give the solution. So the best consultant is who is working as a consultant and has a fair amount of knowledge, which is not only the product, not only the category, it has to be the industry knowledge and the market knowledge. And that is definitely coming to you once you are there in the business, and you get a lot of practice out of this. A lot of webinars we do, a lot of seminars we do. So knowledge can be gained, but it's only about the involvement, how involved you are into this business. So when you join us, when we have a new batch every month, what we do, we provide you tablet, and how it is going to be helpful for you is tablet. I'll make you understand. T stands for technology. So when you join, we give you CRM, and CRM access will be given to every partner. The whole database will be coming to your CRM. So that means we will give you leads, we'll give you brands, and these are coming into CRM. It's very, very easy to operate. We'll also give you franchise domain email ID, which you can use it in your daily business. A stands for infrastructure. What we have, we'll give you access. So you can use office, someone who is nearby to our corporate office in Noida. So our office is being used by our other IFC partners also. So in any city, suppose someone's from Pune, so you can come to our office, which is nearby, and you can use it full time. That's what the access we are giving to our partners, that you have a full time access, or you can also use for the meetings every day. Then we have brands. B stands for brands. So we're giving you brand when you come to the training. So we will hand over you 500 plus brand list. These brands are exclusive with us, and these are all available for you for any investor who is coming to you asking for a brand. If any investor is asking for any other brand also, is also there, but franchising they can get, because we have direct business also, which is marketing, a lead generation, which is franchise.com, where we have 22,000 brands registered with us in different categories, which can be a master category, the subcategory, and subcategory also. You can find out, and then we can help you to get that opportunity. But important is we will put our value addition. We will help you to understand whether that is fit for you or not. There are sometimes investors who have the aspiration of getting something, but it is not really fit for your market. It's not really fit for your profile, or it cannot be fit for your investment also. You have an aspiration to have a MACD franchise, but then your investment is 30-40 lakh rupees only. So the aspiration is one, but actual how it is going to fit for yourself is our work, is the consultant's work. That's what we bring in, that value addition. As far as leads are concerned, so we give you two set of leads, and these leads are given by Franchise India. So you have no investment on leads, lead generation, marketing, or any kind of campaign. So we'll give you two set of leads. One, the investors were reaching out to us and sharing their investment. They want to buy something. They want to buy a franchise. They want to get into business, but have no idea which category, which business. So they have some investment, and then we help them to understand how to do this. So they need us most. So they need us 100% because they want to buy something. They want to get into some business, but have no capability, no understanding, and no exposure, and no, access to these businesses. So they need us. Second set is the brands which we drive, brand which are on board, brand which have given us mandate to get franchisees for them. So these brands also we drive every month. We run a campaign. We generate leads, which is fresh leads for that particular brand. So these are brand quality leads, which have been also given to our partners. And it is just that you are just taking our time and helping understanding their requirement, do the matchmake, and then we connect with the brand directly. So the initial information, which is basic, we give it to the investor that this brand you have applied for, they are doing this, they are doing this. And if we see the right profile of that investor, that there's a fitment, then we'll take it to the brand's direct meeting, and then brand will help us to understand how it is going to be, taken up further. Then we will also have events, which is events. We do 15-20 events every month in your cities. You can travel to other cities. Geographically, there is no restriction. We are open, doing business in any city. So you can travel, you can be part of these events. But in your city, we do every month a show also. T stands for training. So this is a 3 days in-depth training, which we provide to all our partners. First time, it's in our corporate office. For that, coming to Delhi is on your own. Rest from pickup to drop is all on franchise. You have your accommodation, your food, your pickup to drop, every facility done by us. After that, it is all about online meetings. It can be Google, it can be Zoom. So there are a lot of webinars and brand launches which are happening every day. That's also happening through online. Only first time coming to Delhi. We also have structured in a way that we have 3 days, which is mandate to join. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning, we have IFC general meet every 3 days in a week. And these are also being incorporated in the system so that it can help you. It can help you to understand the products. It can also help you as a refresher for any brand. It can also help you to interact with peer-to-peer as in, right? We have all the partners in that. It is also peer-to-peer learning, which we do. So there are senior partners. They can also share their success stories. They can also help you to understand what challenge you are facing, what opportunity in your city. And if any partner is getting any new opportunity on board, then he can also discuss with other partners that I have this opportunity. Let's work together. Let's get the franchise network done together for that brand because whosoever will do the deal will get the benefit out of this, and anybody can work for any brand. That's also in our system. So what's our proposed structure? Proposed structure is when you join, you are at an entry point, you become our IFC partner. And then after that, when you work with us, we have only 50 lakh rupees revenue, which is for a year, which is because you need to be involved into this business to have a seriousness. So you will become elite member after 1 year. So when you become elite, it is going to change your all fee structure, your earning potential, and everything. Because at FC entry point, you have a different sharing. IFC elite membership give a different sharing. So would mean initially it is 40% sharing with you, and then you become 50% share. So that's what the difference is you become 50-50 share. So 40% off because we are consultants, we are a broking company. So we are taking fee from investor also, brand also. So very easy to understand. As I said, we have investors and brands, both sides. So we work with investors and onboard. That becomes IA, investor acquisition. We work with brands and onboard. That becomes business development, BD. And both we charge a fee. Then we service both investor service and brand service. When we sell a franchise, investors buying a franchise. So we service the both. Then we also take some service fees from both investors and brand as well. So I'll give you some understanding. If these three products combined, it will give you 40% each. If you are doing investor onboard, you'll get 40%. You get the service fees from the investor, you get 40%. Then we get a brand service fees, you get a 40%. And brand onboarding is giving you 20%. And leads at the initial stage, we are talking about minimum 50 guaranteed leads, which is every month, minimum. After that, we can give you 200, 300 also as you are involved. And how many leads you need for brands, we can give you. These are 50 investor leads, which is minimum guarantee leads given to every partner every month. And then CRM, you will have one CRM ID, wherein you get one email ID. And after that, you can also grow and you can get 1+1 as well. So you become elite member when you are first year, total gross revenue 15 lakh rupees only, which is very much possible in one lead, one deal, one transaction you do, it's 15 lakh rupees. And then you become next year 50%. So this is only to make you serious that you are involved. And yes, you are involved, 100% business will be done. Right? So this is involvement business. And then you can get 50% next year when you become the elite member. So as an example, what I'm giving to you to make it very simple. So from investor side, we have two revenue products, investor onboard, which is IA, investor service fees, which is IS. From brand, we have two products, which is BD, brand onboard, business development. And then we have BS, which is brand service. So when we are selling a franchise for any brand, then we charge this brand a service fees. So when we onboard a brand, we have our proposals, which are actually we have structured it. We have four models. One is 8.5 lakh plus GST, then 17.5, 40, and 75 lakh rupees as a brand onboard proposals, which we are doing it for you. So in this case, you are having a reference. It can be somebody who's coming to your event, meeting you, saying that I'm also having a brand, I'm also having this business, I want to expand. Or you can get it through social media or in your market also. When you get to the market, you can get some reference that I want to get some franchisees. So you will refer to us. We will help you for the meeting. As Mr. Maria was talking about, that he's in Mumbai today, he's doing meetings since morning. Now, these meetings are the same prospects. It can be an investor, it can be a brand. Both types of prospects we bring in and we make them meet with Mr. Maria. If it is suppose brand onboarding or expansions for brand, franchising development for brand. So he will meet, understand their requirement, understand their journey. Then we propose them and send them a proposal from our side. So my partner has to only arrange that meeting, give us a reference. That's it. Rest, we will do the meeting, we'll understand requirements, send the proposal, presentation, follow up, getting payments done, documentation done, and everything. And in this, we will prepare that brand first for franchising first from FranCop. The next 12 months, all the marketing will be done by Franchise India for that brand. So it's all expenses on Franchise India. So we provide you 20% of upfront fee as your payout for brand onboarding. And then we will also select the brand service fees for each franchise which we are selling. That is also written in the agreement that we fix that this is what you have to pay us at the time of selling a franchise. That becomes brand service fees. And investor acquisition starts from 30,000 rupees. In that case, investor will pay us a 1 lakh rupees as a service fees to service him. And at the brand side, we can get 2 lakh, 3 lakh, up to 50 lakh also. And brand onboarding, as I told you, so you can calculate and you can do as many as you want. If you do 10 investors on board a month, at even basic 30,000, it becomes 3 lakh. You get 40% of 3 lakh. And in that case, investor will pay us minimum 1 lakh rupees each. All 10 pay us 1 lakh each, which becomes 10 lakh. You will get 40% again. A brand side, if you are selling franchises to these 10 investors, let's say average we are getting 2 lakh rupees from each transaction from brand. So 10 into 2 becomes 20 lakh rupees, and you still get again 40% of that. All three products you get 40%, and fourth product you get 20%. Say we have got brand on board for 40 lakh rupees, for example, you have got straight away 20%, which is 8 lakh rupees. Even we get 8.5 lakh, which is basic, and these are fixed programs which we have. You get 20% of 8.5 lakh, but you can do multiple. You can do 2, 3, 4, 10 onboarding. It's up to you how many meetings you want to arrange. We will help you to build this. And same will go to 50% next year, and 20% will remain same in terms of brand building, brand onboarding, because it's only reference in the both the cases. So this is how IFC partnership works. This is how payout of IFC partner, which is individual. Now I'll give you some understanding about our branch. Now, when I say branch, which is we talk about, we call as a firm model. This firm model, individually we can take in any city where we have already partners. It can be any metro city or tier 2, tier 3 city. But we are very particular about the firm model. Firm model, which means it's a branch. So when we are taking a branch, this is, we have 27 only cities which are totally we have already shortlisted. And these 27 cities, we have only 10 cities as of now. These 10 cities is Jaipur, which is open right now, which is Bhubaneswar, which is Patna, Nasik, Goa, Belgaum, Mangalore, Dehradun, and we are also having Bhopal, and with us we have a Ranchi as well as a city. So these 10 cities, we are looking forward for branch office, and it is totally on the selection basis. And for branch, it's an exclusive rights to individual that you become our branch partner. We call it a firm license. So if you are taking a firm license for a particular city, and out of the city which we have selected, then what is your role and responsibility in there, and what will be your business? So your business will be four. One business is Franchise India office you operate, and that office will give you transactional business, which is Franchise India transactional franchise. Investors and brands, when we do transactions, what Franchise India does, that's our first business, and you get brokerage from both sides. Then second is you can also build your IFC under you. So suppose you are in, say, Bhopal, we can have multiple IFC partners also under you. and you will also get benefit on that. Third is CBB, Certified Business Broker. This is another company altogether, which is they are engaged with reselling of the businesses, the the opportunities which are at the sale, because we have a lot of businesses, they come to us on sale, they want to exit. So this is CBB business, where CBBs will sell only opportunities which are on sale. And my partner at firm level will do this also. And third is Business X Realty, commercial and retail, leasing businesses, wherein every brand, when we sell a franchise, we need property, we need commercial properties, retail properties, and that is wherein we take from the any of the real estate company or any other commercial property broker. So we'll also do that, and then we also charge some success fees out of that, which is again fourth business. So would mean that my every business has a demand of real estate, which you can also do and get the money out of that also, which is our fees. These are four businesses for our firm partner. Firm partner will work with a office of say 500 square feet, 4 to 5 member team, which is directly under the firm. The responsibility of the firm model would be that the rentals he has to bear, and the salaries for it can start with 2 to 3 people also is your responsibility. You will share with us 50% revenue. So there's a 50-50 wherein it goes to you, and wherein we were talking about 40% to our partners, which are IFC model, and for branch model, firm model, it will be 50%. Where we have putting 20% to our IFC partners for the brand on board, it will remain same 20% for our firm model also, because there is only reference again you are providing to us, and rest all run by us. If you appoint any IFC partner under your territory, we will provide you 25% of the upfront fee, which is for an IFC partner to be on board. And if IFC partner is now doing the business, we will give 40% to our IFC partner, and 10% will give into firm model partner and firm partner as well. So the license fees would be 3 lakh, 3 plus 3 years for a firm model, and the license fee starts from 20 lakh to 25 lakh. This is a one-time firm license fees to Franchise India till 31st of March. So till 31st of March, we are looking forward for a firm model. Then 31st of March onwards, from 1st April onwards, we are not taking any firm or branch on board, because we have to service all those who are already on board. So we have already 15 branches already signed. Some are already operated now. And in this March and April, before 5th of April, we are having all branches operations done. And now we will work on them to make them profitable. So from April onwards, we'll put a pause. And till April, till 31st of March, we are talking about these 10 cities, which is Jaipur, Bhubaneswar, Patna, Nasik, Goa, Belgaum, Mangalore, Dehradun, and Bhopal. Then last is Ranchi. These are 10 cities where we will be looking at our firm partner with 20 to 25 lakh rupees as a firm license fees. Depends on city to city. Like Jaipur is 25 lakh rupees, and then we are saying, suppose Nasik, it can be 20 lakh rupees. So Bhubaneswar, it is 20 lakh rupees. So it's according to the size and the area, the location, which is very, very important for us to understand. So it's just 20 lakh to 25 lakh rupees, one-time license fees to Franchise India, wherein we have a 50% sharing on 3 businesses, 20% on business development, brand onboarding, 25% on any IFC partner, which will be under you, because he has to use your office as a home partner. And because he has onboarded under you, so you will be providing support and obviously the office space, and 4 to 5 member team, 500 square feet office. That's what requirement of. And it's a full time. So we'll select 2 things. One is the firm partner. Second is the location for your office. If you don't have own property, then we'll see the rentals, but it will be all approved by Franchise India side, and then it will be helpful for you. So this is for our firm partner, and for our IFC partner, the license fees is 6.5 lakh rupees plus GST only one time for this month. So from April onwards, it is 1st April onwards, is 7.5 lakh plus GST. This is a one-time fee, which is we called as a license fees to Franchise India. And in this model, you have no investment for next 3 years. 3 years the agreement. You have no investment for uh, promotions, for lead generation, for brands, for sport, for training. Everything is done by Franchise India. So what is your investment as a IFC? 6.5 lakh plus GST only. It's a highly rewarding opportunity. And this is the only investment, very, very low cost, zero risk, highly rewarding opportunity. And you are joining world's largest franchise development, franchise advisory, franchise solution company with one-time license fees of 6.5 lakh. Rest all 3 years, all investment done by Franchise India. And for a firm partnership, it is 20 or 25 lakh rupees total license fees first time. So, friends, this was the commercials, and this was the model all about our independent franchise consultant. Now, what is next? Next, we will be reaching out to each one of you. You have given us enough time today in this webinar. We'll definitely respect that. We'll reach out to you, have some questions, both sides, and if we really fit in, then we will fix up 10-minute introduction plus selection call with our chairman, sir. But you have given us enough time today at 5 to exceeded time by 10 to 11 minutes. So thank you so much for joining this webinar and being patiently listening to us, because all webinars are one-sided. You have no understanding, about how to talk to us, but it's a Q&A box which was open, and now you can reach out. We can do a lot of understanding on this. Any further question, query, we'll definitely answer. And we have also already a very, very large structure on board. If you want to speak to someone, we are absolutely transparent at Franchise India, because we do peer-to-peer. All the IFC partners are talking to each other, doing some joint meetings, doing some joint work as well. That's why we are very transparent. So next training was in the month of April, and we are right now looking forward for having a new batch for the training. If all goes well and whosoever is fitting in, you select us, we select you, then we'll invite you for the training, which is next month in the month of April. Till then, thank you so much once again from all of us from Franchise India for joining in this webinar. Look forward to have a discussion with you, and look forward to have some of you in the next training program as well. Thank you so much once again.